the LJM Dean Holiday Message. So for over a decade, I can't remember the exact year that it started, I've been writing this annual holiday message to my family and friends. And so this year, as I'm launching my new newsletter, my new book, The Scoop, I decided that I would transition all of the newsletter to video. So here we go. I'm in my house, pretty relaxed today. I have a combination of notes and I'm just making it up as we go, but I can't wait to share this year's holiday message with all of you. So when I talk about my holiday message, the first part is really my happy holidays from my family to yours. And when I talk about family, I'm not just talking about my husband and my 2 kids, I'm also talking about my extended, immediate family, which is my mom and my siblings. We have had an incredible year. So thank you to all of you who have supported, given shout outs, who have celebrated the birth of my new nephew, and Tristan, Nina, and Noe's graduations, and Tessa, who is an essential worker who has been holding it down for months and months and months, and then to Taylor and I as we kicked off the launch of my new book, Assemble the Tribe. So my hope for you this holiday season is that you'll find a way to connect with your family and hopefully share some of the love that we've been able to share with each other all year long. Happy holidays. Now, in terms of Woman of the Year award, I can't think of a woman that stands out because 2020 has, I think, challenged all of us women in ways that maybe we've not been challenged in recent memory. So instead of one woman, I just want to give a shout out to every woman who has been working, taking care of kids, surviving the pandemic, and definitely for those of you women who are essential workers and have been keeping us all safe. Thank you so much, and you are all amazing this year. So every morning when I get up and I'm finishing my devotion time, I typically try to write a quote. I call it my daily download. So this morning I went back and I thought, what is the quote that really jumped out for me this year? And so my favorite quote this year is, "The mind is the CEO of our lives. Where the mind leads, we follow. Change your thoughts and change your life." So just keep that in mind as you're heading into 2021. You never know what it's going to bring, but if you change your thoughts, you can literally change your life. So this brings us to the last part of my holiday message, where I usually tell some kind of story. And over the years, they've been about all kinds of things: pearls, head injuries, just you name it, whatever happens, typically in the last 7 days leading up to December 25th. That's what my story is about. But this year is a little different. This year, my story goes all the way back to the end of 2019, when I was doing some research on how to work more efficiently. And so the last 40% of my book, I used this method called 90-minute sprints. And all that means is that for 90 minutes at a time, I would turn off everything in my house, everything that could distract me. And I would be laser focused on writing. And that's what I would do at least maybe 2 to 3 times a day. I would literally write the book in these 90-minute sprints. Anyway, fast forward, it's the end of the year, and I decided to go on a New Year's cruise with my girlfriends. And we had a fantastic time. And then on January 5th, I got off the boat. And for those of you that have been on a cruise boat, you know that sometimes for maybe like 24 to 48 hours, you tend to feel, a little sway, almost as if you're still on a boat. So for most people, that feeling goes away after that 48 hours. But for a very small percentage of people in the world, it literally never goes away. And you guessed it, I was one of those people. And so I came back to Bermuda and I thought I had like a little ear infection. And so I went to the doctor, and then we moved up into MRIs and brain scans to try to figure out why was I swaying every time I moved. And that diagnosis has literally shifted and changed my entire life. If I don't sleep, if I don't eat, if I'm not balanced, if I don't eat well, if I'm not balanced, if I work too much, if I work too long, if I stare at a computer too long, it has literally shifted every single thing about the way that I work and the way that I live. And at a point, we were right in the middle of a pandemic. There was all of this stuff going on. I was trying to get the book done. And I remember at one point almost collapsing into a pile and just feeling so distressed because I couldn't figure out how I was going to get it all done. I couldn't work the way that I was used to working. I felt like I was at about 40% of my usual 100%. And I remember that day when I literally felt like I couldn't go any further. I sat and I thought, maybe, just maybe, you have to lean into it and do it differently. And so I remembered the 90-minute sprints and how effectively that helped with finishing off the book. And so I started to work just 90 minutes at a time. And some days I could just do one sprint. And then other days I could do two, but it was just 90 minutes at a time. And I found that if I pushed more than 90 minutes, I would get a horrible tension headache on the side of my face. But if I stuck to the 90 minutes, then I was able to achieve so much. And you guys know, we finally published the book, we launched it, it was a success. But all of that happened 90 minutes at a time. And so when I thought about kind of the end of the year and how what happened in 2019 and learning how to work efficiently with the sprints really helped me figure out how to navigate, it really just led me to believe that you never really know what life is going to bring your way. And no matter what happens, it can all work out for your good. I find that the things that happen to us in life, they're either helping to shape our character or they're giving us tools to help somebody else. And as we head into 2021, I don't know about you, but for me, there are just so many unknowns. In fact, that's an unknown. So who knows what 2021 is going to bring? I don't know about you, but if I try to think about it too much, it's almost overwhelming. We genuinely just don't know. But what I do know is that if we show up kind, with courage, with a willingness to shift the way that we think, with a mindset that says, I'm open to challenging everything that I do, sometimes we'll find that just by shifting a little, just by accepting that even the things that don't feel good can work out for our good in the end, I think that when we take those steps, when we make those changes, that is when we show up differently, we shift the way that we think, and we can truly change the world. Happy holidays from my family to yours, and I wish you a safe and happy 2021.